DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you are well. It is Monday. Yes, and by now you know that usually on Monday, I do a few tags, and today will luckily be no exception. Yeah, so it's kind of cool, but it's okay. And as usual, on Mondays, I will be starting with Jasmine's Monday 5 question tag. Hi there, Jasmine, and do hope that you're well. And so let's just get right into it. Okay, so question 1. Actually, this is a question we've been asked before. Would you rather cook or eat out? In my case, I would definitely rather cook. I don't particularly enjoy eating out. That's not quite true. But very often I find that what I do personally I find better than eating out. So I just as soon have my own food which I make, and that way I would definitely rather cook. Having said that, this week I will be going out exceptionally with a friend, and I think he wants to go and eat Thai food. And I said, well, sure, why not? Thinking to myself, I make pretty good Thai food myself over here, but no, it's a fact of being out with him. But yeah, I get it though that, associated with food is one very, very big thing: dishes. Yes. Now, that is enough to make a lot of people say, let's go and eat out. Yeah. But anyway, okay, so that was question 1. Question 2: would you rather save or spend more? That's a catch-22. The more money that you have, probably you'd say go and spend more. Well, I like to save in the fact that I like to have enough money to be able to spend more. What do I mean by that? Well, if there's enough money saved, I will probably go and spend a large part of it. Does that answer the question? It kind of means both. The reason that I would like to save, usually, I'm not an ant. What was the? There used to be a maxim, like the bee. If you were an ant, or if you were I don't remember what the other one was. One was a spender, and the other one was a saver. There used to be an old children's tale or something like that. And yeah, I mean, for example, I would like to save up for a trip, but then I'm saving up for a trip so that I will be able to spend more once I'm over there. Like if I go to Ireland, I like to spend my money on, well, actually, food. Get back to the first question over there, and going to the pubs and going to shows and things like that. So both. I'm sorry, that's a really lame answer, but anyway, I like to save so that I can spend more. Yes. Question 3. Do you have any phobias? Not really. I guess it's not a phobia, but I definitely don't like reptiles. But I don't like the look or the touch of them. Is it a phobia? It's not a phobia, but I really don't like them. I don't like birds all that much either. Once again, it's not a phobia. I can be in a place where there's birds and bugs and insects and lizards and stuff like that, but I don't like it. I once went, it's a while back now, to what we call the papillorama, which is basically a butterfly exposition. So you're walking around, there's butterflies all over. I didn't really like that. I mean, it's not like a phobia, but it's not something that I like. It's the same, like I guess a lot of people, I mean, I don't exactly enjoy being around snakes and bugs and stuff like that. So it's probably the closest to what would be a phobia. I mean, like, I don't have problems with crowds or stuff like that. Like, I know some people, a few people that I know have agoraphobia, which really, go into panic modes basically when they're with crowds and stuff like that. That's not my case. So no, I don't have a real phobias. Question 4. Do you write food shopping lists? Mrs. DC does, and since we do the shopping together, she's very much into lists. But actually, when it comes to food shopping, I do write lists. It's more just so that I don't forget the things that are out of the ordinary. I mean, usually there are some things I wouldn't have to put on the list because we would buy the same thing every time. But so, those things probably I wouldn't bother to put on the list. And I might just put on the list a few things that I just really do not want to forget. So once again, it's a yes and no. Mrs. DC clearly is a list person. I am much less, but sum total is yes, we do make food lists, and we pretty much try to keep to them when we are doing our shopping, albeit I do pretty often end up buying things that are not in the list. Yeah. Okay, because that's one of the reasons people make food lists, is that they don't do spontaneous shopping. That is basically one of the ways to save money, is make a list and just buy what's on the list. And I don't tend to do that. If I see something that I might want, then I will probably end up buying it. Okay. Now, question 5 and last. That's do you watch the Olympics? Well, right now there's the Winter Olympics in Milan and Cortina, or in Italy. Do I watch the Olympics? Well, no. And yes, once again, I don't watch the Olympics, but Mrs. DC does. So I don't have much choice. If I walk through the room and she likes sports on TV, and so if we're there, if I'm in the living room and she's watching the Olympics, well, I don't actually sit down and watch it really, but I don't have much choice than to hear what's going on. So yeah, but the question really is, do you watch the Olympics? No, I do not. But it's like smoking, I have it through, as we could say, through association. When you live with a smoker or you have smoker friends, well, you end up smoking because you're taking in their smoke. Well, it's a little bit the same thing. I watch the Olympics by association, by secondary smoke. Yeah. So, and that's already it. Well, I think at every question here I said yes or no. So I don't know if I actually answered any question of this one, but that's it. So that'll be it. So thank you very much, Jasmine, and hope you have a good week and take care. So I'll be DC signing off, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.